Mary Atkins Shelter for or feeding initiative. Tomorrow, Wednesday, January 14th, we will have our benefit performance of Basil Dawkins, A Rose of Sharon. Ticket costs only $3,500, and part proceeds from the tickets will go towards a project we are having to assist students at the Salvation Army School for the Blind with canes. So we want to see how best we can help them to navigate their way around by themselves, giving them a sense of independence, which is something that is quite empowering to, we can imagine is empowering to us. So imagine how it may feel to them to feel so empowered that, this one cane can give them that sense of independence, and we want to be able to contribute to at least 5 students having that sense of independence. And so we are asking you for your support. If you have not yet gotten your ticket, you still have a chance to get your ticket. You have up until 8:30 tomorrow evening to join us at the Little Theatre as we watch together A Rose of Sharon and sharing camaraderie and laughter and good fun. The production has been getting rave reviews, and so this is your chance to go in and see what it is that others are going on and on about. I am not going to take up much more time, but to ensure that you all feel welcomed and that you are all reminded that you have a safe space here at Kiwanis Club of Kingston's meeting and that your seat is always available to you, I will invite our president-elect, PE Arsenio Sawyers, to do the official welcome and roll call of clubs. PE?
Good evening again, everyone. Welcome to another meeting of the Kiwanis Club of Kingston. As always, we are thankful that you chose to spend your evening with us, especially tonight as we'll be having our quiz night. I do hope that you all enjoy it. Let's get right into the introductions. Do we have anyone visiting with us from outside Jamaica? Any visiting clubs from outside Jamaica? Okay. Do we have anyone visiting from Division 25?
Good evening, everyone. This is Director Kotisha, Coastal Kiwanis Club of Coastal Trelawney. We have 3 members on at the moment. We are hoping others to join. Thanks for having us.
Welcome, welcome. Anyone else from Division 25? If not, we'll move to Division 24. How about Division 23 East?
Good evening, pleasant good evening to you, visiting clubs and guests all. I am DS Linda Rose Pennycook, bringing you warm greetings from the Kiwanis Club of New Kingston and our president, Veronica Taylor Smelly. Representing this evening so far are 5 others. I thank you for inviting us and have a great meeting.
Thank you. Thanks for joining.
You're welcome.
Do we have anyone else from 23 East?
Yes, good evening. President Akeem here from the Kiwanis Club of 23 East Professional St. Andrew Online. We are 3 in numbers, waiting for other members to join us. Thank you for having us.
Welcome. How about 23 West?
Good evening, PE Arsenio.
Hello.
This is President Ornett from the Kiwanis Club of Sunshine City, Portmore. At present, there are 2 of us online. I'm expecting others to join. We are looking forward to a great meeting, and we want to thank you for the invitation.
Yeah, man. Welcome.
It's 3 of us, Prez. 3.
I
Daniel
stand
came on.
corrected. There are
Yes.
3 of us online.
3 so far.
Thank you.
Welcome.
If no one else from 23 West, how about 23 Central? Okay, what about SLPs? Any SLPs with us tonight?
This is good night, President-elect and
Good
fellow
night.
Kiwanians. This is Omar Palagi from the Kiwanis Club of North St. Andrew. I am alone online, expecting others to join. Thank you for the invite and hoping to have a great meeting tonight.
Yeah, man. Thanks for joining. Any other visiting Kiwanians? Any SLPs or guests of Kiwanians? All right. Well, welcome again to everyone that is here. We do hope that you enjoy our quiz night. Thank you.
Thank you, PE. And I see that Sir Christian is on with us again this week. Welcome, sir. It's our pleasure to have you. And we do hope that you continue to visit your brothers. It's our pleasure to have you online, sir. I have received no formal apologies for absence. In fact, I've received no apologies, whether formal or informal, for absence or lateness, but I'm going to ask our secretary, Dale G. Willie, if it is that anyone reached out to him with any apologies.
We didn't receive any apologies, President Stewart. No
Very well.
apologies.
But I still will offer the opportunity to any member of the Kiwanis Club of Kingston to just state whether or not they have any apologies. All right.
Good evening, Prez, and good evening, everyone. Oswald Newell has sent in his apologies. He ended up having to work late tonight, so he's unable to join.
All right. Thank you, DP Newton. And if there are no more apologies, we will move to celebration time as we recognize our birthdays and anniversaries for the upcoming week. And this will be done by Uncle Andrew Burton. So VP Uncle Andrew.
Good evening, everyone. Leading the celebration time for the week of January 13 to 20. We actually don't have anything listed in our directory, but if there's anybody here on the call who's celebrating a birthday, anniversary, or anything special, a graduation, perhaps Yui has his graduation ceremony this week. Anybody who knows anyone or has family who is graduating or celebrating, please unmute and share with us. No? No celebrants this week? Okay. All right. All right. Thanks, everyone. To keep it moving along. And back to President Zuri.
Thank you, VP Uncle Andrew. Well, we have nobody celebrating birthdays or anniversaries right now, but I'm sure at the end of this evening, we will have some people celebrating bragging rights as the top.
Celebrating victory.
as they will top the scores in our quiz. And so I guess people are probably very eager to get to that section of this evening's meeting. But before we go there, we will visit the Kiwanis Education Corner. And coming to us with Kiwanis Education this week is DLG Desmond Batchelor. Is DLG on?
Apparently not, President. But I just substitute for him. I just read a short.
Very well. Very well, DLG. Go ahead.
This is taken, our Kiwanis education this evening is taken from the standard form for club bylaws. It has to do for continuing or long-term projects. A club may adopt or discontinue a project that may last more than 1 year. By the approval of a 2/3 vote of the active members present at any regular meeting, provided written notice of the proposed adoption or discontinuance shall have been given to the members at least 2 weeks prior to the meeting. 1/3 of the active members shall constitute a quorum. There shall be no voting by proxy or absentee ballot. That is the Kiwanis education for this evening, President Stewart.
Thank you, DLG. And with that said, well, I'm going to remind persons to try to see if you can learn at least one new thing about Kiwanis International. And even if it's about your club and the role of your club and the role your club has played in the community, try to see if you can learn at least one new thing, if not daily, weekly. Right? And with that said, we'll see how much you have learned as we test your knowledge and your skills in this week's main event, or trivia. So I'm going to hand over to Trivia Master himself, DP Stewart.
Thank you, President Zuri. Can you confirm that I'm being heard?
Yes, you are being heard.
Okay, thank you. Fellow Kiwanians and guests, it is my pleasure to, let's say play host for the quiz that's coming up. As usual, we're gonna have 45 questions, and as gonna say sidekick, but I could use a different expression. I'm gonna thank Andy, Director Andy Jean Baptiste, who is gonna be keeping score for us. He has, I think by now, looked at the questions and familiarized himself with everything and in terms of the answers. What we do normally, we don't ask people to put up, they use the indicator for show of hands, because time is of the essence if you think you know the answer. So you can just speak. If you know the answer, you can just speak. And we are gonna try and monitor who was first. If two people come up with the same answer, which is correct, it tends to show on the screen as well, so that sometimes we know by name whose name popped up first. So that's how we do it. If there are any, they're pretty straightforward. Some questions will have multiple parts, multiple answers, or and if there is, in those situations, we just share the points. So, for example, if a question has 3 parts to it, and we give preference to somebody who has the total answer. If they have the total answer, you get the point. But if nobody has a total answer, then and different people have portions of the answer, you get the proportional amount registered for yourself. So that's how we do it. So let me just put it up on my screen. And since I'm not sharing, you would not be able to see it, which is good. So just give me a second and I will be ready to go. All right, Andy, I'm sure you're ready. You're ready, right? Just confirm. Andy?
I'm ready.
Okay. Okay, let's go. The first question. There is one country in Africa that is completely surrounded by another country. Name the two countries, indicating which is which.
Yes. Sir.
Botswana and South Africa.
Not correct. Try again.
Lesotho, South Africa.
That is correct. That is correct. Who was the first person? Was it IPP Stephen?
Yes, it was. It
Oh,
was.
okay. Yeah, you had half of it correct, but
I don't get
and
half
that's
a point.
No, not because Rupert got the whole thing. Remember
Yeah,
I
that's
said
right.
that if you have the whole thing,
Yeah,
you get the
understood.
point. All right.
Understood.
Okay. Now moving on to question number 2. There are 2 other countries in the world that have a similar geographical distinction as Lesotho. Name any one of these 2. I'm not going to ask you to name the 2, but if you can name any one of the 2, you get the point.
Vatican.
Yes, that is correct. Anybody know the second one? I didn't think many people would be familiar with the second one, which is why I said if you get one right, you get the point. So Steve, you got the point. But the other country is San Marino, which is in Italy, and it's totally surrounded by, within Italy. Okay, what is the highest peak in Africa called, and in what country is it located?
Kilimanjaro, Tanzania.
You're correct. You're correct. Okay. Let me just number 4 now. There's another country in Africa which is almost completely surrounded by another country, but for a small coastline on the Atlantic Ocean. Again, I want you to name those 2 countries.
Niger and Nigeria.
No, they are very much beside each other. Nigeria, we call it anyway, Niger. Yeah, anybody knows that? Another country, but it has a small coastline on the Atlantic. Counting to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that there's nobody gets that one. The answer is the Gambia, and the country is Senegal. The bigger country is Senegal, but Gambia has a small coastline on the Atlantic Ocean. Now, here's this other question. Number 5. How tall is Mount Kilimanjaro to the nearest 100 feet?
Oh.
And if you come within 500 feet,
19,000 feet.
19,000 feet. Okay, I'm still waiting for if anybody comes within the 100.
19,300 feet.
Okay, that is correct. That is within the 100. The figures they quote are usually 19,341. So the 19,300 person, he gets the answer. Okay, number 6. Okay, there are 3 countries again in Africa, that have the word Guinea, the name Guinea in their name. I want you to name the 3 countries. Nobody yet?
Equatorial Guinea.
Well, you have 3 to go. You have 2 to go.
Guinea-Bissau. Oops.
That's another.
Papua New Guinea.
What was it? What was the one by the lady?
Papua New Guinea.
Oh, you said the same thing. No, that's not correct.
The Republic of Guinea.
Well, let's say the Republic of Guinea.
Guinea, right.
I give you that. So in this case, nobody had. There are 3 persons. Each person will get 1/3. You okay, Andy?
Yes, so that's 2 for Tammy and 1 for IPP Stephen.
1 person answered 2 parts?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was 3 different people who answered.
What's the correct answer?
One was Equatorial Guinea. That was the first person who answered. The other one was Guinea-Bissau. And the third was the Republic of Guinea.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Number 8. There is one country in Africa that has Spanish as one of their official languages. Which country is that?
That's Equatorial Guinea.
That's correct, because it was formerly Spanish Guinea. So that's correct. Which is the tallest mountain peak in the world, and how tall is it?
Mount Everest.
It's a 2-part question.
$29,000 feet.
8,849 meters.
I can see you're reading something, but that's all right. So is it the same person who answered the part about Mount Everest? I'm not sure if it's 2 different people.
Yeah.
2 different persons. Okay. So each person gets a half.
What's the correct answer?
29,030 feet is the answer. So
that's me.
Somebody said 29,000.
Yes, I answered Michelle Golden.
Right.
No,
and
that's
since
Judith said 29,000 feet.
And
then
since we said
8,000 kilometers, 8,000 meters.
No, I wasn't. Well, I'm okay with the feet answer. And since I said it was within 100 feet,
yeah,
I accepted the 29,000.
That's me.
So that was the first person to respond. That was the first response. So that you get it.
Thank you.
And then the other person who said Mount Everest, they get that. Okay, number 10. Name the mountain range of which Mount Everest is a part, and in which continent is it located?
Himalayas, Asia.
Say it again.
Himalaya.
Oh,
Himalaya.
finish. There's a 2 parts. Okay, that's
the Himalayas.
Karakoram.
I will accept the Himalayas. It's really Himalayas, but I'll accept what you said. And it's located in the Asian continent, on the Asian continent.
Range.
So that question was answered in part by 2 different people.
No, I think Rupert had both parts.
No, PP Claver, I heard the first answer from.
So say again. Okay. Rupert said Himalaya. He just didn't say the S. And I said that was acceptable. And then he went on and said it was in the Asian continent. That's how I heard it. Am I correct?
I thought it was PP cover, but I suspect the mic is just open because it's lighting up.
Oh, okay. Rupert, am I correct?
DP, you're correct.
I know I shouldn't be asking you, but I think I can ask you.
He's
Okay.
the honest man.
Yes, that's how I heard it anyway. All right, number 11. There are a few countries that share their name. There's a mic that's open. I can't stop to go and find out which is. Could you please keep your mics closed, please, unless you're gonna answer, or please cut out the background noise. Thank you. It sounds like it has gone. Okay, there are a few countries that share their name with their capital city. Like, for example, if it was Jamaica and our capital city was Jamaica City or something like that, that's the kind of thing I'm looking for. So there are a few countries that share their name with the capital city. Name 3 such countries in the Americas.
Guatemala.
The 3 countries I asked for.
Belize.
Mexico and Mexico City.
No, you can't say Mexico and Mexico City. If you understood the question.
El Salvador, Belize, and Guatemala.
No. Hold on. No, I don't have Belize as a city. I have the country as Belize. I said there are 3.
Mexico City, Guatemala City, Panama City, and San Salvador, El Salvador. 4 of them.
No, I'm not sure about San Salvador or El Salvador. But that's not on my list anyway. So that doesn't count. I said 3, and the 3 are Mexico. But then somebody else said parts before. Mexico, Panama, and Guatemala are the answers I'm looking for. But somebody, I don't think you said all 3 of them before anybody else said something else. But then, okay, you're the only one who said all 3, right? Judith?
Yeah. Judith.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, well, she gets it. She gets it because she's the only one who said all 3. Okay, 12. Similar to the previous question, name 4 such countries in Europe. That is, their name of the country and the name of the city are the same. This is in Europe now. Nobody?
Europe.
So DP,
Vatican City,
Vatican.
Monaco.
Sorry. Hold on. What's the question? Somebody's asking a question.
DP, I'm thinking Monaco, San Marino.
Oh, okay.
Luxembourg.
Well, no.
And
Hold on. I didn't know you were answering the question. I thought you were asking a question.
Right.
So Judith was answering the question as well. So I have to go with Judith in terms of what she was saying. What were you saying, Judith?
I was saying the Vatican City, San Marino, Monaco, and Luxembourg.
Yeah, I have to give it to you because when I paused, I thought, Christine, I thought you was asking a question. So I would not have stopped Judith, if you understand what I'm saying. So I'd have to go with Judith.
Thank you.
You understand, Andy?
Yes.
Okay. And then similar to the previous questions, name 2 such countries in Asia.
Wow. Asia.
Singapore is one.
Japanese.
Yeah.
Kuwait is one. Kuwait and Kuwait City. And
okay, so
somebody else said Singapore.
First person got Singapore. That was Stephen?
That is correct. That was
right.
me.
And Kuwait is correct. So half and half. And number 14. I have one more of this type of question. Only that this number refers to a country in Africa.
You.
Which one is that?
Africa, Malaysia, Africa.
Same geographical situation I'm talking about with the city and the name of the country. All right, I'm gonna count down to 5. 1, 2,
Republic of Congo.
Djibouti.
3. Oh, okay, Djibouti is correct.
Okay.
Djibouti is correct. 1 sec.
Djibouti. Never heard of Djibouti.
You never heard of Djibouti? Yeah.
No. I'm talking to myself, sorry.
It's in the Horn of Africa. Near to Ethiopia, Eritrea, and those places. Okay, number 15. In which country was the compass and the gunpowder invented?
Ethiopia.
Somebody said something first. What was that answer?
I was saying Ethiopia.
China.
Somebody is saying China. Is that who is answering that? Who said China?
I think it's India.
Rupert.
Rupert.
Oh, it's Rupert who answered it? Yeah, China is correct.
China, okay.
China is correct. All right. Number 16. Okay, which country ranks first in relation to, I'm still getting some feedback on a open mic, please. Right, which country ranks first in relation to the number of destinations that offer visa-free access to the holders of their passport? This country ranks first in that, and therefore that they have the majority of countries that will give them. Who? What?
I'll say Japan.
Would it be Denmark?
Jamaica.
Japan.
There's one I didn't hear very well. No, but I don't think I've heard the answer. Andy, you heard the answer?
No.
Thailand. Singapore.
So did Thailand?
Singapore.
Is Singapore?
Singapore. That is the correct answer.
Okay.
All right. And I didn't make it a two-part question. It's a separate question. How many destinations offer this visa-free access to holders of a Singapore passport? How many countries? How many destinations? Well, really countries. And this is the latest figure I have from for 2026. I don't know why I said 2026.
190.
Since 2026. Just how much you said?
190.
That's not correct.
192 to 195.
Okay, 192 is correct. I heard 192.
Who was that?
Who was that again?
IPLG Janet.
IPLG Janet. I don't see President. He didn't write me down for Djibouti. I hope he did.
Well, Andy can confirm.
Audit.
Andy, you got the Djibouti answer.
Yes, I did.
You did, okay. And this one was 192. Okay, 18. Question number 18. Which country sits at the bottom of the index with only 24 destinations offering them visa-free access?
Somalia.
It's a reasonable guess, I suppose, but it's not Somalia.
Afghanistan.
Repeat.
Afghanistan.
Yes, correct. Afghanistan. And number 19. In the most recent ranking, 2 countries tied for second with 188. Name them.
Japan and South Korea.
Okay, that was quick.
Yeah.
That's correct. Number 20 now. Which country was the birthplace of yoga and chess?
China.
India.
India is it. India is the correct answer.
Hey. The wild guess.
What is the name of the publication that tracks data about visa-free access?
The Henley Passport Index.
Okay. Publishers Henley and Partners, but that's what I was looking for, so that's fine. Accepted. And 22. When did the United States abandon the gold standard, and which president did it?
Donald Trump.
That could be so obvious.
No, pardon me. That I guess he's abandoning everything, you know. So I guess it was done a little before his time.
Franklin D. Roosevelt, 1933.
Who?
Richard Nixon in
Franklin D.
1933.
Roosevelt, FDR.
No, neither is correct.
Richard Nixon, 1971.
1933.
No, somebody said Richard Nixon in some time when he was in president.
That's
So
IPLG, John.
It's Nixon 1971.
That's convertibility. That's not the abandonment.
So who got it first? Who got it correct first in terms of the right combination? It was President Nixon in 1971.
71.
Right.
Who got that right?
It's
No,
me.
sir.
It's me.
So like Audrey. But
Yes,
it
it's
was
Audrey.
really FDR who did it in 1933.
No, he didn't do it. He didn't do it in 1933. That's not correct.
71. I said 71.
All right.
71 is correct. 71 is correct.
Richard Nixon, 71.
Okay. So who got that one? Andy?
I flagged IPLG Janet.
No.
Okay.
It's DP Audrey. I'll give it to her.
No, give it to me. Forget it.
But they want to give it to me, so I'm giving it to you.
Take it then.
So nobody heard me?
Is there some confusion about who got that answer correctly? Is there some
DP
confusion?
Audrey, man. It's DP Audrey.
DP Audrey.
Okay. What exactly was the gold standard? Who can tell me what exactly it was? What it meant?
Five.
Right. Count down for me, Willie.
5.
This is where your international
4,
reserves were backed by gold, sir.
3,
The standard of monetary system.
1, 0.
Where currency value was directly lifted to a fixed amount of gold.
Okay. It's not sufficient to say backed by gold. Let me tell you how it would be defined. It meant that countries holding US dollars could redeem these dollars for gold at a rate that was fixed at the time.
True.
So it's the redemption then. It was the ability to redeem your gold, your dollars. Right? So that nobody got that.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Now this is another one. On a similar vein. How did the US become the world's reserve currency? And some of these questions, the answers can be a bit long, but so long as I get the essence, I'm good with that. How did the US become the world's reserve currency?
From an agreement at Bretton Woods? Is that correct?
That's continue. That's you're right with that part, but continue. I need a little more
it pegged other currencies to the gold-backed dollar.
Are you reading? Okay. Okay. I will go with that. I will go with that. You know, that's kind of the essence of it. Because primarily through the Bretton Woods Agreement, which is 1944, which pegged other currencies to the dollar, which itself was convertible to gold, establishing the dollar as the global financial anchor. So that I'll accept that. That's the essence of what you said was the essence. Now, here's another part now. Why did the US continue to be the reserve currency even after the gold standard was abandoned? It's a little more nuanced, but who can explain that? After the gold standard was abandoned in 1971, why did the US dollar continue to be the reserve currency?
Because most persons, they had an agreement where most countries had to use the US dollar as the means of selling the buying and selling product in trading.
Okay, there are about 4 or so reasons, you know, and that element that you just mentioned
because
is one.
Their political system was basically very stable. So trade was one, and the political system was very stable.
Give me one more.
It was the world's strongest economy, with the largest gold reserves.
I'm not so sure about the largest gold reserves, but it was the world's strongest economy. The 2 points mentioned about
investors also use the currency in terms when they were doing large investment.
No, I wouldn't say that, because you could have made investments anywhere. You know, that's not exactly one of them. But the point about the pricing of key commodities in dollars, that is, you said that. And you also mentioned the political stability. That is definitely one. And then somebody mentioned the strong economy. That is definitely a factor.
Yes.
But also I would add to strong institutions and the rule of law, you know, and sound financial markets. That kind of carries stuff. So what I'm going to do, even though there are a number of questions, is Judy, you got the first 2 I mentioned? Was it you?
No,
not me, no. I'm not into this question at all.
Sorry. Oh, you're not in this one. Okay. Person who got those 2 that I accepted, you get 2/3. And even though there are more than 3, in other words, I'll settle with the 3. The person who got the 1 about the economy made that point. So you get 1/3.
That was me.
Okay. Now, this one is even a little bit more. It will be interesting to see how, because this one is even more nuanced. Why did the US abandon the gold standard? Now, there are a number of factors. I don't know who can give me enough for me to say yes, that you have the sense of it.
Pressures of the Great Depression.
1 second. Just give me 1 second. Hello? I can't do it now. I'm doing a quiz. I'm doing my quiz. Just knock on it for me. I'm doing a hostlet. All right. Yeah. Somebody said something about the depression.
All right. Can I answer?
Yes.
And its propensity for volatility.
No, that's not. That's.
The amount was the Congress, the U.S. Congress did not see the goal as it feel that it was clogging their economic system. And so they decided to change from the gold standard and to adjust the amount of money in the circulation in their country. And
You're giving it to me like you're reading something, but you're not giving it to me like you understand what you're saying. I'm not getting that from you. I hear a couple of things that are kind of okay, but I'm not getting it in a manner that tells me that you're following the whole situation.
Oh, what
Did
I'm
you hear
saying
the
is
point
that
about the volatility?
because at that time when they decided to change from the gold standard, it was during the war, the war period, and there was a high demand for import and export, and so they needed to decide to change from the gold reserve.
Now, it didn't happen during the war. Didn't happen during the war. What I think you're mixing it up with is, I think this is a bit too complex. But let me just mention something. Somebody has said FDR. Was it you who has mentioned FDR before? Somebody had mentioned FDR. I don't
Yes,
remember.
I did. I did for
Right.
1933.
Okay. Let me give that some context. FDR, what FDR did, right? You see, after the Depression, let me just explain it this way. After the Depression, people lost confidence in the banks. And because they lost confidence in the banks, they were starting to, there were runs on the banks because they were withdrawing their money and putting it in gold, right? That was really, and therefore what that meant is that gold became short and, less scarce, more scarce because people were hoarding gold. And because and they know what FDR did. First of all, he put a ban on people, citizens, holding gold in order to try and stop the hoarding. And then he also, what he did is at that time was to he would allow central banks of foreign countries to continue to redeem. But what was basically happening is that the US was getting low in terms of gold, and they would not have been able, so that they had to put a brakes on it. Then somebody said something about money. It was also limiting the ability of the Federal Reserve to manage to use the tools that are normally available to a central bank, in terms of money supply and those kind of things. So, that is really what was causing the problem. But it started with the effects of the Depression. And then you mentioned something about the war now. Vietnam War would have put an extra pressure on the situation because that was using up a lot of the resources of the United States. So it all came down to a head. And that's when Nixon said, we're going to abandon it. If you think of it another way, right now the US can print any amount of money they want. With the gold standard, they couldn't do that. Right? So all of those things, it was becoming a bit what should I say? A bit of strangulation, if you want to put it that way. So I think I kind of had a feeling that it would happen like this, but at least we got an opportunity to discuss it. But I won't give anybody any points on this one. All right? Okay. 27. What does the term fiat currency mean?
The value of the currency is not in the amount of, say, gold or silver that is in the currency itself, but it's a proclamation by the government that paper is worth a certain amount.
Close enough. It is not backed by anything other than the trust of the issuer. And that is what the US dollar would have become after it abandoned the gold standard. So that is how we define a fiat currency. That's great. On June 8th, 1974, this is 28 now, the US signed a major agreement with Saudi Arabia. What was the essence of this agreement?
That they
It's
would
called the
sell,
petrodollars agreement, sir.
they would fix their oil in US dollars, the price of oil
That's
in
it.
US dollars.
Yes, that is the essence of it. That's the essence of it. And that really led to what we now term the petrodollar. And Well, I have another question later, and I'm sure if it is next. No, it's not next. But that is correct, Dalma. So that is what I was looking for. Okay, 29. Oh, well, let me add a little bit to it. The US wanted Saudi Arabia to do that, but there was something in exchange. You know, you didn't give me that part. That's part of the whole essence of the arrangement. So I can't give you the full point yet unless you complete that part. There was a quid pro quo.
Something in defense, a defense pact.
Yes, that is it. So you get half the point. Yeah, it was like the US said, okay, I will come to your defense. I will help. I'll provide military assistance, etc., protection, military aid and protection, and you agree to to sell your oil exclusively in gold, in dollars. That's the essence of it. So Dalma, you get half, and the other person gets half. Okay, 29. What is the amount of proven oil reserves that Venezuela has, and describe the type of oil they have? You know, people describe oil in certain terms.
Can I start with the type of oil, sir?
300 billion barrels.
They have crude oil.
Light sweet crude.
That's not enough. Crude
It's
oil is
heavy
not
crude.
enough.
Heavy
Yes.
crude.
Yeah, that is more precise. And I haven't heard a
Extra
number
heavy
yet.
crude.
About 90 billion or something like something.
Yeah, man, 303
I'm
billion
not sure.
barrels.
Okay, the 303 billion, the person who said that first gets that. So, and then the other part was was it Dalma who said the other part?
Yeah, heavy crude, yeah.
Right, heavy crude, right. That's
Please
correct.
learn
So,
my name, DP Stewart. I'm Janet.
no, I'm not looking at names, you know. I can't look at names. I'm just looking. If I had
just
another
learn my
screen
voice.
No, I can't.
No, he needs to learn the voice.
No.
He needs to learn the voice.
Yes. That's why I have Andy, you know. So that's not my job tonight. This is the job I'm doing. That's my job tonight. But eventually I'll get it though. Number 30. What percentage of the world's proven oil reserves does Venezuela possess? The percentage now.
18%.
That's correct. Who is that? Who is that?
You sure it's not 17%?
No, I have 18. I have 18. I didn't get the name though. You got it, Andy?
Yes, Past President Cleaver.
Okay. All right. All right. Number 31. Number 31. We're about two-thirds through. 1/3 to go. What is the name of the richest black man in Africa? And which country is he from?
Is it Damante from South Africa? May not have gotten the name correct.
You're not pronouncing it correctly. I can't give you based on how you said it.
Aligoko from Nigeria.
What?
Aliko Dangote from Nigeria.
Yes, that is correct. That's correct.
Aliko Dangote.
Judy.
Yes, that's Judy.
You want to tell me, although this is not part of the question, what is his main, or what are his main things that he's involved in? A couple of things that he's involved in.
Sugar
and salt.
Sugar, oil refinery.
Did you say sugar and salt?
I never said salt. I said sugar.
No, not you.
Janet said and salt.
Yes, I said sugar and salt.
Cement, oil.
Cement, oil refinery.
But it's true.
Salt must be a bit low down on the totem pole, but sugar, yes. Oil refinery. Yeah, and it's very
Cement.
Cement, yes, cement, big in cement. Okay, let's go on.
Anyway, I don't know what Uncle Zauri doing there with the pants, you know.
All right, what is the CFA franc? Who can tell me what is the CFA?
The what?
The CFA franc.
Is that somebody?
The letters CFA franc.
It's West African money.
You have to tell me a little more than that.
And it's worth 18 US, 18 cents in US.
No,
I'm
not asking about I'm not asking about the value. I'm asking about what it is. So you said
it's a currencies used in West Africa in the
yeah, but I need a little bit more. I need a little bit more.
It's the name of two currencies used by 210 million people in 14 African countries.
Now you say you can tell when you're reading these things, you know. You have to give me more than that. You really have to give me.
What is how you ask a question? What is? Give me in details about CFA franc. Then you get the details.
Well, what other detail would you add?
No, but if you ask what is CFA franc, CFA franc is money.
I'm asking you now. What other detail would you add?
You add the value of it.
No.
And who and how many different people use it and how is it? Is it paper or is it coin? All kind of something. That's what I do.
Who created it?
France. The French on their exit from Africa.
French.
You can honestly tell me about France. You're not really understanding this thing. France created the CFA franc, and the fact that it was called a franc could have given you a clue. The fact is that what it did is that they used it to control their ex-colonists, because they really weren't ex-colonists, because they printed it and they also could determine what the value was. So the countries that had to use it had no control over the monetary policy. So this is what I'm trying to get out. But at least if you had brought France into it, you know, I would have been more comfortable. So, Dalma, you're the one who said.
But
What's
the
that?
question wasn't asking away for that kind of answer. You have to structure
Thank you
very much. If you want it that way.
The only thing is, guys, I determine that. I have to determine that. Somebody has to, okay? And I'm saying that
but
what
you have
the
to
current
structure the question in the way you want it to be
I don't have
answered.
to.
You
Please. I don't have to. I asked the question and I said I was looking for a bit more than that. I've said it before in other questions where you give me something and I'm saying I need a little bit more than that. And I'm sorry, but I have to determine it because nobody else can, right? Okay. So I'm gonna give half a point, even though it wasn't structured like a two-part, but these are not just one single answer questions. They have parts to really explain what it is about. All right. And even when I was asking you, Judith, about what else you would tell me, you still didn't even mention France. Okay. So I give Dalma the other half a point. All right. Because he brought out that other aspect, which I thought was very important. On 33, which country uses geese as a police animal?
Please repeat. I didn't hear
What's
that.
the name of that animal?
Which geese?
Yeast?
Geese, the plural of goose.
Oh, okay.
Count down for me, Billy.
China.
5, 4,
Okay. China is
3,
correct. China is correct.
China.
2.
And Brazil as well.
I've never heard anything about Brazil for that, but China was the answer I have. Okay. 34. There is a regional grouping called the AES. What is the actual name and which countries formed it?
Alliance of Sahel States.
That's a part of
And
the
it's
question.
Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger.
Burkina Faso.
Okay, well, you didn't come with the countries quickly enough, and Judith stepped in. So Judith gets half, and you get the other half.
Oh.
All right.
Okay, because I did
Hi,
ask,
Janet.
and I did ask which countries formed it.
Hi, Judith.
Okay, 35. No, that's 35. That was 35. No, I'm ready to know. This is 35 coming up. When these countries formed the AES, they broke away from another regional grouping. Name that grouping. And if you give me the acronym, I also want the name.
ECOWES.
What is that?
But you're reading hardband. But
What,
I
the
need the name.
ECOWAS?
I need the name.
Economic Community of West Africa States.
Okay, that's correct. But it's easy to you see if you want. Nobody says ECOWAS unless you're reading. What the person would say is ECOWAS.
ECOWAS.
That's what they would say.
Well, I said ECOWAS, but it's all right.
But the person started before. All right, there is a single royal family. This is question 36. There's a single royal family that owns more of London than King Charles III through his personal holdings. I want you to name the family.
The Qatari royal family.
Okay, that's good enough. Yeah, you have another part for the name because that's
You mean the House
name.
of Al-Thani?
Okay, Google at work. Thank you.
Yeah, gee.
37. The agreement between Saudi Arabia, remember we had that question earlier, and the US was for 50 years. And I think it was in 1975. So it has come to an end. So what I want to know is, did the Saudis plan to continue the arrangement anyway? That's what I want an answer to. And a follow, elaboration on it.
What question was that?
It's 37.
They actually did.
They actually did what?
Plan to continue with it.
Okay, no, that's not correct.
Really?
Yes.
They signed something in 2025, you know.
Establishing a joint commission for economic, technical, and military.
That is not continuing. That's a new agreement. Can you see the difference? Yes. That's not continuing it. That's not continuing it. What is different about this agreement? Tell me.
It's for nuclear instead of oil.
No, think of the original. All right. I'm asking, what is different about this agreement? The main thing that is different. Because without that, that is really what I'm getting at. And what I said was, did they continue? No, okay, I'm not gonna give this to anybody. I'm not gonna give this to anybody. The main difference is that they are no longer going to sell oil exclusively in US dollars. That is the essence of the question. Right?
Oh, okay.
Not exclusively. So if they're selling to China, they can use the Chinese currency if they're selling wherever. So whereas before, it was an exclusive, they exclusively sold all their oil in US dollars. So this is a major difference to what was happening before. All right, let's go on. Of the number of coups that have occurred in Africa, Which country has been responsible for backing most of them?
France.
France is correct.
Oh. France.
What color do the Chinese wear? For
Red.
Huh?
For what?
I don't. If the question not finished.
Official
For what?
official dress, and also for military.
Please ask the question.
Weddings.
Please allow me to ask the question.
Right.
What color do the Chinese wear for? And it's two things I'm gonna ask you. One is, all right, let me do them part by part, okay? Because everybody's gonna shout. For
For
morning.
the Communist Party.
For morning.
What black?
No, that's not correct. I can't give you that.
Chinese wear white for morning.
Okay, that is correct. That is correct. The
white
second
or
part, no. The second part, I decided not to mix them up, but it's the same question. So that is half of the question gone. What color do they wear that symbolizes happiness?
It's only red now. I was just
Red.
Red and happiness day.
Red is correct.
Red.
So that's where the red came in, but I never. You weren't even answering the question.
We had two people say red at the same time.
You mean after I did the happiness part?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. You determine that. I can't speak.
I said red.
Teacher, when do they wear black?
You have to come again.
I said red.
When do they wear black? Just a matter of
No,
interest.
I never
No.
explored that part. I never searched for that part.
Okay.
Okay. Hold on now. You have to.
They don't.
Yeah, maybe those two. One must have been a little ahead of the other.
No,
Try and determine that.
The Chinese wear black for funerals.
But I'm not.
That's outside of your quiz.
Anyway, they say white for mourning, and that's what I
Yeah,
asked for.
morning, but for quiz, but for the funeral itself, it's black.
Okay. All right. You're not married to a Chinese. Anyway, that's all right. I won't bother to get into your business. What? Which major European power, and I said major, never ever had an African colony?
Russia.
That's correct. That's correct.
Yeah.
So now we're down to the last five. I'm not sure how close the running is. We have the number 666. We kind of know what in Revelations, we kind of know what it is associated with. But what do the Chinese associate 666 with? What does it mean to them? There's a word they use for it.
Awesome. Cool. Smooth.
You're fast, though, Judy. You're fast, man. You're fast.
I live next door to them.
Okay, that is correct. Awesome. And let's do another China thing. What is the national sport of China?
Karate.
No.
Table tennis.
Yes, that's a good guess. We kind of know that they are very fanatical about table tennis. That's correct. Now, I want you to. This is question number 43. Why is Paris called the City of Lights? And there are two main reasons, and I need to get both of them.
Due to its dual role as major center for intellectual thought, and the first European city to adopt widespread street lighting.
One of the first. Why?
Yeah.
I have
Yes,
to,
sir.
next time I do this quiz, I'm going to phrase it in a way so you can't look it up on Google so easy, I'm going to have to work on that. Anyway,
It's education. It's education. It's education.
I would have the part about the street lights. I think that was fairly kind of almost obvious, but the other enlightenment part, I wasn't 100% sure about. I didn't know much about that part.
So
Okay,
it's the intellectual light and the literal light.
Yeah, let's say people like Voltaire, they were around at that time, and in this part, the 17th and 18th centuries, those times. So a lot of knowledge was being spread. Okay, 44. Which is the world's biggest island? And it also has the lowest population density.
Greenland.
You sure it's not Greenland?
If I'm sure it's not Greenland?
Sorry. That was a rhetorical question. Sorry.
Yeah, Greenland is the answer. So just got that.
I never Googled that.
No, I didn't think you did. I can't tell the difference. And the last question for the night. Last question. Which country is famous for its dramatic land of fire and ice landscapes, featuring volcanoes, glaciers, geysers,
Iceland.
black sand beaches?
Iceland.
Iceland is correct.
Iceland.
Iceland is correct.
Somebody first me to that.
And here ends.
That is PP Claver. PP Claver said it.
Okay. And that's the end of our quiz for the night. So let's give Andy a little time to do his totals. But thank you very much for your the participation was awesome. 666 Chinese style.
Awesome. 666.
Cool.
And I want to thank all of you. Some people who are in the audience kept quiet. I hope they learned something and found it interesting. And those who put forward their foot, thank you very much. Because if you don't do that, it wouldn't be as much fun. So thank you once again. And we'll soon have the results.
DP Stewart.
Yeah.
DP. This is DP Audrey. I enjoy your quizzes, but I'm one. It's a lot of people in the audience kept quiet. I think next time you need to do a Jamaica thing here, please and thanks.
That's true.
Yes. I did one last time,
Yeah, but it's not the same people coming, you know what I mean, and get more and more involved.
Last
time,
but last time we did it during independence, and we call it our Emancipendence quiz. So you didn't come to that one?
No.
Okay.
Maybe not.
No. Well, that's why I didn't put anything Jamaican in this one, because that one was totally about us. So, but normally I don't tend to do exclusives. I just decided to do it like this time. So next time we probably mix it up. We have tended to mix it up, generally speaking. Okay.
Hello everyone, I am Shakura Wally.
President Zuri, you want to say anything in the meantime? Until Andy comes back to me.
Well, I'll start by thanking you for the time and effort put in to put the questions together and the amount of research that went in. So on behalf of everyone present, I want to thank you for the education this evening. So, and I mean, in the meantime, we could probably take notices and announcements. So DLG Willie, if you already could go ahead with notices and announcements.
For notices, I just want to reiterate what you have said earlier in your opening remarks. Members are reminded of our breakfast feeding program on Saturday morning at the Murray Atkins Shelter for the Homeless. And then tomorrow evening, our fundraiser, first fundraiser for 2026. Baghdad Dolphins play Rose of Sharon at the Little Theatre tomorrow evening at 8:30. Cost is 3,500. If you can come out and support us. We'll be there with Kiwanis Club of West St. Andrew as well. Insofar as interclubbing opportunities, as usual, I will circulate the schedule for the interclubs in the morning. Thank you, President. That's the announcements.
Thank you, DLG. If there is anyone from any of the or visiting clubs, if they're on and they have any announcements that they'd like to share, give you the opportunity now to do so.
Let's take care of Autumn. It's you.
Ms. Morrison.
Good evening, President Zuri. President Uncle Zuri, I see you have written here. The Kiwanis Club of New Kingston will be having a benefit performance of Boopsy's Homecoming on February the 22nd, which is a Sunday evening at 8 p.m. We have tickets for sale for 3,500. Anyone interested can contact any of the ladies at New Kingston. And President Zuri, I have your 2 tickets reserved.
Okay, noted.
He gets special treatment.
President Zuri?
Yes, is that DA, Judith?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is, DA, Judith.
Oh,
So,
Lord, I should remember. All right.
Did I butt in?
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Judy.
Okay, so the Kiwanis Club of 23 East Professional St. Andrew Online, in collaboration with Footprints Cafe, we'll be having a retro party 2026. And this will be March 28, 2026. So we have almost 2 full months to put aside our ticket money. Tickets will be $1,500 at the gate, $1,300 pre-sold. And we will dance the night away if we start from 6 p.m. and we go to lock off time at 2 a.m. We want to invite all our Kiwanians on board. All our proceeds will go towards our service projects, and you know the service projects are all for the children. We look forward to the full support from all 41 persons tonight on March 28th. So please save the date. Tickets, I have tickets for sale, so don't rush me now. Don't rush me. Everybody have my number. Don't rush me. Your ticket will be thank you.
Sorry, I'm getting some background noise. Somebody has on at a TV or whatever. And I don't want to just mute everybody because somebody might be wanting to come on. So if you can just close. Thank you. I don't hear it right now.
Yeah.
All right, continue whoever wants to speak.
President Zuri, I would be remiss if I didn't remind our members of the invitation by the Lieutenant Governor for Division 1 Key Club Jamaica. They'll be hosting a Pure United Drive donation ceremony on Friday, January the 16th at 2:30 p.m. at the Convent of Mercy Academy Alpha in the Cecilia Hall. They're asking us to support them. We'll give them a donation, and hopefully 2 or 3 of us can go down there and spend an hour or 2 with them. The following Friday is a mass installation of Key Club District of Jamaica. That is going to be at St. George's College Auditorium. So we're invited to that as well. So let's go out and support our Key Clubs this Friday and the following Friday. Thank you, President.
Thank you. Any other persons online who would wish to bring attention to any event you have coming up? All right, going once, going twice, going 3 times. Opportunity gone until we meet again. So we move to or Sergeant at Arms?
Unfortunately, it's not here, President. I would suggest you do a blanket fine.
Well, I did make some notes of some fines, and I recall
Okay.
promising
All right.
I recall promising that this week was going to be double
Okay. Cool.
because there were no fines last week.
Okay.
So I'm going to start with the people I refer to as the Bright Sparks. So IPP Stephen, DP Dalma, DP Rupert, for your eagerness to participate in the quiz, showing up your brothers. I'm going to go $200. So that would make your fine $400 in total for this week. DP Stewart, we thank you for your quiz, but you showed up for a lack of knowledge, and so I'm going to have to charge you for that. And for also calling out the Google users. They were trying. So I'm going to go 250, and because it's double, it's 500.
Uh-oh.
Dear G. Willie,
Oh, my Lord.
Andrew and PER Senior, for your silence, right? You did not answer one question. Have to charge you for that because
I
you
was
are giving
recording.
the impression that the brothers of the Kiwanis Club of Kingston are not knowledgeable, and we cannot have that out there. So $250 each. So when
Each.
doubled,
Oh, my Lord.
$500. And for those members who are on the meeting, whose name was not mentioned any at all, because you did not make yourself present so that you could be mentioned, I have to charge you. And I'm going to charge you $300, which is a total of $600 based on the double that's happening this week. And I think that would have covered all my Kiwanian brothers from the Kiwanis Club of Kingston. And remember, it is cool to pay your fines, right? So pay your fines.
Yeah.
You did a good job, Fred.
Thank you.
Yeah. Very well done. Well done.
Yes, well done. I have a job for you after you finish the presidency.
Yeah. Uncle Andrew will pay my fine.
I hope he's hearing you. All right.
The results are now out.
Okay,
If
let's
you
go
want
to the
if you want to
results.
say something else, I can wait still. But
No, go ahead with the results because the next thing.
Okay. Okay. I don't have a drum roll, and I can't create one. But first of all, let me thank Director Andy for his diligence, and he just WhatsApped me the results. I mean, a couple of minutes ago. So in number three, third place. Any guesses as to who is in third place? All right, you don't have to guess. In third place is DP Rupert Whitaker with 5 points.
Third place.
So he's third place. In second place is IPLG Janet with 8 points. And in first place is, what is DA again?
District Administrator for K-Kids and Builders Clubs, Jamaica.
I didn't know you're a big district administrator.
Yeah,
congrats, man. Congrats.
Thank you very much, sir.
Well, there's only one position leave, you know. So in first place is DA Judith with 10.5 points. So congratulations.
Thank you.
How much points? How much points do you have?
10.5. 10.5.
Oh, 10.5. Okay.
Right. And earlier.
How much did I get, DP Stewart? I'm so busy celebrating.
You got 8.
Thank you.
That's a pretty good showing.
Well done, Janet.
DP Rupert got 5. Congrats, Rupert, and he's my go-to person for thank yous. So I'm glad you did so well. All right, there are 2 choices we have in terms of our prizes, and basically I asked the president for some information earlier, and I suspect, based on the numbers he gave me, that we should go with with the prize for our fundraiser, the one coming up. I want to give 2 tickets to the winner and 1 ticket each to the second and third, because we're already committed for this number. We still want some more of our members to take up the tickets, and maybe even some persons in the audience who would like to support us. But I think that's the best way to do it for tonight. Otherwise, right. So this, Judith,
yes,
you
sir.
you get 2 tickets to go to the play on Wednesday.
Yeah, tomorrow.
It's tomorrow?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Judith, a meeting.
Okay, thank you.
And Janet, you get a ticket to go to the same play. You know, you heard what it was. Mr. Bassett Dawkins play, and Rupert gets a ticket as well. That's for.
Thank you very much.
All right, so just coordinate with DLG Willie, and because we all know who the winners are. Whether you come, you don't have to get it before. You can come to the venue and just, you know, we'll deal with it there. If you don't,
We'll be there for 8 o'clock.
All right, it's 8:30.
Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And you did well, Judith. You did well.
Thank you.
So everybody, I really like the participation tonight. So it was good. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you all. So I don't see DP Marcel on, so I'm going to do the thought for the week. And the thought for the week is to embrace the present, don't dwell on yesterday. Every day is a fresh chance to start and make progress. So start making progress as of tomorrow. And with that said, I invite you to raise your glasses, whether it's imaginary, figurative, literal. Raise your glasses with me in a toast to Kiwanis International and to Jamaica, land we love. This meeting of the Kiwanis Club of Kingston is now terminated. But you don't have to go because DJ Stew will be around to play some music for you. Thank you all for joining, and we hope to see you next week.
Well done, well done.
Good evening, everyone. Good meeting.
Okay, thank you, DLG. Good, Gerslin. All right.
Gerslin was quiet too. Gerslin was quiet.
Yes. she always is in the quizzes, you know. I noticed that she keeps a little, you know, quiet, but that's all right. We're thankful for her presence.
I prefer to listen. I prefer to.
Okay, let me put this on 1 second.